Alright, we're going to talk about function rules. A function just means you have an input and an output. So in basketball you get 2 points for every normal basket you make, which is B, and write a function rule. So the total number of points we would get is in relationship to how many baskets we get. So points is dependent on the number of baskets, and we get 2 points per basket. So we would have 2 points per basket equals the number of points. So if we made 5 baskets, we would get 2 points for 5 baskets, which would equal 10 points. Alright, so let's start writing function rules from tables. And what you need about know about writing function rules from tables is this right here. Change in y over change in x. The little triangle symbol means change. So we have to find how much this is changing for each one of these. So from 4 to 7 we add 3, from 7 to 10 we add 3, and from 10 to 13 we add 3. And then from 0 to 1 we add 1, 1 to 2 we add 1, and 2 to 3 we add 1. So our change is always our change in y over x. So our change in y was plus 3 each time, over our change in x, which is 1 each time. Oops, I wrote a 3 up there instead of a 1. So that's what's going to be always paired with your x value. Whatever you get for this ratio goes with your x. So 3 over 1, you can just reduce it to 3. So y equals 3x. Now, the easiest thing to do now is to look at the 0 term. Well, 3 times 0 is 0. So what do I have to add or subtract from 0 to get 4? Well, I have to add 4. So it always works if you have, it's easiest when you have your 0 term. If you don't have your 0 term, you can still do it. So let's say we have 2 here. 3 times 2 is 6. What do I add to 6 to get 10? 4. So I just checked my answer and I just proved you can do it without having the 0 term. It's easiest with the 0 term, but if you don't have it, you can still do it. Alright, so let's practice some more. So remember, we're always going to do our change in y over our change in x. So let's find our changes. So to get from 1 to negative 4, that's plus negative 4. So negative 5 to negative 9 is plus negative 4. And negative 9 to negative 13 is plus negative 4. And then to get to 0 to 1, plus 1. 1 to 2, plus 1. 2 to 3, plus 1. So our change in y was negative 4 over a positive 1. And remember, this is what gets paired with your x value. So we get y equals, negative 4 over 1 is just going to be negative 4, x. Now I have the 0 term here, so I'm going to look at that 0 term. Negative 4 times 0 is 0, and I got to get it to negative 1, so I'm going to add a negative 1. Or you can think of it as subtract 1. So it's minus 1 or plus negative 1. And then just to test myself, make sure I did that right, pick another number here. So let's do the 2. Negative 4 times 2 is negative 8. So that's negative 8 minus 1 would equal negative 9. So we know that we did that correct. Alright, now I'm giving you the function y equals 5x minus 2. And then we need to find it for x equals 0, 1, 2, and 3. So the easiest way to think of this is in a table like we just were working with. So draw your table. We got our x and our y, 0, 1, 2, 3 is what x needs to equal. And then we just put each one of these numbers into this equation. 5 times 0 is 0, minus 2 is negative 2. 5 times 1 is 5, minus 2 is 3. 5 times 2 is 10, minus 2 is 8. 3 times 5 is 15, minus 2 is 13. So you should also see that as we go up, each time we're changing 5. because that's what we put with our, or that's what's in front of our x. And each time we're changing on the top is plus 1. So 5 over 1 would be 5.